Again, this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and the wind has calmed down, which is good because I thought it was going to take me with it. I have a dustpan, and I have some great colors, and I intend on combining those two things to allow me to use a 16 by 20 inch canvas, whoa, right all over me, to best advantage, I'm hoping. I just want to do a simple dustpan pour, and I'm not going to put my colors in this time in any particular order. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see the difference between the white pearl and the white, and I will be using, I expect, some of the white on the canvas. I gotta get myself some nails. I've been using a lot of gold today and having a really good time doing it. I want some different colors than usual. I haven't used any of my favorite color, which is usually a neon folk art color shift. No, it's just a neon folk art. There's no color shift in that. This is probably a mix. This is not that. That has some pearl in it, I believe. I usually leave a dot around the top to tell me if that's the case or not. I didn't even have that color in the ones I wanted to use. I'm putting them everywhere. And I'm going to try and put some black in there. I haven't used any yellow or orange today, and I'm thinking maybe a little bit of either or both would not be a bad thing. I like that red. Wow. Okay. So it's going to be the rainbow smorgasbord again. Go figure. I know you're not surprised. I'm going to keep trying to go back and use the colors I intended to use to begin with. I wanted a lot of this beautiful magenta, but as soon as I saw it with the orange, it just made me want that orange. And the same with all the other colors. I'm so greedy. I just am. There's no doubt about it. I'm greedy. That purple is awesome too. Whoops, right over the side. But I'm still not unhappy I put that in there, and I'll grab some of that in a second. So the last thing that I want to do is throw some gold everywhere. And hopefully, now let's see, I said I wanted to add some yellow and I didn't do that, and we're almost full. So I'm just going to throw some of that, bury it, and hope it comes out again. Move these away a little bit. Not without adding some magenta, of course. Put my torch where I can find it. Put that to the side. Pull out my 16 by 20 inch canvas, which I really want to put black paint on. But I think I'm going to start with the white down the center because I want to be able to have a catalyst this time. I've often done this on a dry black canvas, but I've never done the dustpan pour, at least not recently, on wet paint. And I want to see if it makes a difference. I have a feeling it will definitely make the paint go further, but I have a lot more paint than I need, I just noticed, because I'm used to using a much larger canvas. This is 16 by 20, and the ones I've been doing are 18 by 24. So this is my OXO omelet turning spatula, and I'm just going to let it feather out from the center a little bit and use up all the paint that's on it to the best of my ability before coming back, using my pants to wipe it off, coming back and doing the edges black, because that's really what I envisioned, black edges, which is not very dissimilar from what I've been doing, but I've been doing it on pre-primed dry black canvas instead of adding the paint to the canvas and then the paint from the dustpan. So I suspect that I will be able to, and I hope I am right, touch up my edges afterwards. And right now, I just want to press that bead of white paint, black paint, black paint right into the center. And do the other side. This is a weird thing. I don't usually do this, but I want to try it. It's an experiment, just like all the other things I like to do are experiments. I got a little bit of white paint edge. I'm not going to worry about it. I suspect it will be fine. I hope I am right. If I am not right, I will still make it fine. Pardon me for being quiet. I'd like to get this done and over with without wasting too much paint or time. Alright, so this is probably going to be quick. I'm going to take a second to take the drips of the paint that are over the edge and rub them in with my finger so I don't have drips when I lift my canvas, for one thing. Fingers, love them. Best tool you can't buy. That's why I love my my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas, because they're like having extra fingers so many times. They're on my Amazon link. Where my book is, the Amazon link has the OXO omelet turning spatula that you just saw me start with. It has my book, Because I Can, which is still available as an ebook, but not quite ready as published on demand, which it might be by the time, if you check, you might find that is the case. It has become such. Alright, here goes nothing. I got a lot of paint. I got a lot of ambition. I'm going to tip that. I'm going to tip that onto something I can then rescue it from. I think that's going to be what it is. It's going to be an edge catcher. I want that to come down this way. I'm going to let that all pool and throw it right back down the canvas. And chances are good that I am going to have to fill in some gaps, it looks like. We'll see how good I am at manipulating masses of paint flowing across the canvas. It could happen. I can always fill in with gold. That's been my go-to so far. See, I have a nice mass right there. I expect to make some pretty cells from agitating the paint by moving it and allowing it to flow. I wasn't really looking for a big, wide, ordinary looking swath, but I am liking all the things I'm seeing happening. We got some great stuff happening. I did not use enough gold, and that is a fact. I'm going to do just what I did again a moment ago. I'm going to let all my paint pool right along the edge and throw it back in again and let it roll down the other way. And then if I want to let it roll off again, I can do that. So there's going to be a bunch of paint flowing right there onto that edge catcher that I can then use again if I want to. I'll let that pattern flow right down this way. That's where I want it to be. I'm going to also run my finger right along the edge right now, move that paint aside, and say that's kind of cool. What else do I want to do in there? I like that magenta, but I want some metallic magenta in there. And I am going to this time blow my edges out. To fill in my gaps, which is kind of cool actually. We haven't torched, we could. We will. I don't want to put any paint back on the canvas right now. I do want to keep a skewer handy. Let's see if I want to do anything with this. I like my waggles. I'd like to be a waggle expert someday. I think I'm just going to use some more of that color that I wish I had used to begin with. I thought I did, but I don't see very much of it in there. I got 5 minutes left, which means I have some time if I want to play, to figure out what I want to do really. I don't think I've used nearly enough white either. I want to play and see what happens. First of all, I'm going to do that over here. Just needs some lighter areas to draw the eye, in my opinion. Gold usually does that for me. I think I'm just going to let it become more spread out than I originally anticipated. And I may have to use my spatulas. But until I use the gold, I'm not going to make up my mind. Yeah, gold fixes a whole myriad of things I think need to be fixed. Not so sure about that yellow as I thought I was. And over she goes. Well, at least it doesn't happen often. I think some more gold down here is going to help me out. I just sort of begin to pick it up with the skewer and then let it trail along. And I'm tempted, and I can, as long as I didn't lose it or put paint on my end, blow with the tubing. Kind of haphazardly, because otherwise you bury whatever you're trying to use. And I think this is just going to turn out to be all about the tubing. I'm tempted to cover that yellow with white or gold. That's Prussian blue. It always comes in a tube. And it's always mixed with Echo Art pouring medium. But lately I've been using half and half Floetrol. What other colors do I want in here? I think the orange is going to make me happier. And as I agitate the paint with my breath through the hose, it seems to integrate it pretty nicely. Maybe the orange instead of the yellow? I don't know. Maybe just a little more orange in general. The orange and the blue I like together a lot. That yellow is drawing my eye like a magnet. I do not want that yellow in there. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound. Better. For me, anyway. Not minding that anymore. Kind of want some other stuff that's going to stick out though. Personally, I haven't used any of my Color Shift green, and I like this Color Shift turquoise by Folk Art, even though I just made a lot of it go away. Okay, where do I want that? Let's try some right there. See if it makes me happy. Let's just blow it around a little bit. This is a kind of nondescript colored area, which is maybe not a bad thing, but for me it invites change. I don't usually tip these dustpan pours. I want to see what happens when I add some white pearl into this orange and stuff. I want some more, I want to break up the masses of colors, multicolors, with some areas that aren't. So much for that. Well, no, we did actually get some white in there, which is cool. And the white pearl is very, very transparent. I'm liking adding some of the white. I got beautiful patterns and I haven't torched yet, so I know that something is going to come of it. It's very pretty, actually. I think I'm going to take advantage of this green down here and throw some turquoise next to it. Do I want Color Shift turquoise? Yeah, I want some Color Shift green and turquoise, actually. Come out. Yeah, that's what I wanted there. And we'll just throw some back. That gives me 3 minutes to talk to you. And I'll start it for 2, and I'll tell you what I can tell you. Which is there's over 430 videos, so if you like them, go watch them. The playlist is in the last 20 seconds of this video. If you fast forward, you can find it. If you must, you must. If you subscribe, you may want to click the bell to get notifications. They've been a little sporadic lately, including people who have clicked the bell, but we hope that that changes back to the way it's supposed to be soon. Thank you, YouTube. I think there are transitions. I'm getting pretty much happier with this than I was. I'm liking the colors. I want some blue Color Shift in the middle there. I don't know why it keeps calling me, but that's what's calling me, and that made me happy. That worked. Okay, so I said there were 400 videos. I told you about the book on the Amazon link underneath the video, I think. And the OXO omelet turning spatula being there, and the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. And if you can't find something, just ask me. I will give you the link. I have them all saved. So, thank you guys all for the great comments all the time. I love you. You know that. You know I love you. And thank you for the contributions that have made me doing this as a full-time gig possible. Keeping me in art supplies keeps you guys in videos. So thank you so much for your help with that. I like that, but I want some white down there. I may change my mind in a minute, but right now I want some white down there. I don't have enough black in there, but you know what? I need to torch, and we're going to be out of time in a minute. And this is just pretty wild. I'm liking it a lot. It doesn't have a ton of gold, but I like it anyway. Alright, I want to say this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, saying if you decide to donate through Patreon or PayPal, the links are underneath the video, along with the paint pouring recipe, along with Pinterest and Instagram links, and 3 Facebook albums of wet and dry artwork. And if you donate, you will be included in a contest where I will draw 1 name, and you will have a choice of 3 paintings if you are the winner. So I don't know what else I forgot other than please give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. It helps me immensely. I sell my artwork. And if you'd like a lesson and you're anywhere near Spring Hill, I'm your girl. So I will talk to you guys soon. Check out my Teespring clothing under the video. And check out my Facebook pages for new merchandise with my artwork on it from Pixels and Fine Art America and Curios. And I love you guys. See you soon. Hopefully in the next video. Bye for now. Priscilla out.